Hello, my brave, beautiful warrior soul friends, and welcome to another exciting day of Healing Journey Homeschool. Today, we are going to reclaim our personal power by cultivating deeper self-love and stepping in to rescue and nurture and heal our inner child. This song is called Come Rest Your Head. It's by the Sweeplings. And it's on, I know, right? Can't help my itchy nose. Let's see. Itchy nose on the left side would be right brain activity. That means parts are communicating their presence as we engage in this activity. That's exciting. They're looking forward to this, I can tell. So this song, I know, and only our left eye is watering. This is so funny. So this song is on one of our coping music playlists on our Spotify profile. We have been listening to it daily for several months. I'm guessing maybe 4 months now. Every week, if not every day for, a few portions of time, but mostly every day for the last 4 months and on and off sporadically before that. And so when we take music, which is direct communication with our subconscious, and we become repetitive with it and intentional with it, we directly communicate to our subconscious. It really is that simple. And anytime we can communicate directly with our subconscious, we're reclaiming our personal power, because our subconscious is 95% of our consciousness. 95% of our life experience, our memories, who we are, how our brain operates, is happening in our subconscious beyond our awareness. And so we reclaim our power by communing and developing a relationship with our subconscious actively and intentionally. The subconscious only learns through repetition. And so if we're not repetitive, we're not communicating effectively with our subconscious. And so the more repetitive we are, the more actively we are engaging with our subconscious, and the more personal power we can reclaim. So subconscious, super important. Music with repetition and intentionality is how we can reclaim our power and communicate with our subconscious directly. And so when we pick a song that has, this song in particular, it has male and female vocals. So it touches on all different parts of consciousness, because it has both gender voices in terms of touching on energies, the male and the masculine and feminine energies of our consciousness. That's what I'm trying to say. I am not talking about gender stereotypes. I'm talking about internal energies. I know we're learning to use our words clearly. It's always challenging through dissociation. So without further ado, Healing Journey Homeschool, Come Rest Your Head. We're going to sing this song, and you're going to experience a lot of different things through this activity. And I know this because a dozen different states of consciousness with their own perceptions and life experiences and everything have engaged with this activity within my being and have had radically different experiences. And then the other part of that too is at different points of the healing journey, you experience different things. And so when you're first experiencing this song, your only objective is to be present. That's it. That's all you're focusing on. That's it. That's the only thing. That's it. Focus. That's the only thing you're doing, is just being present. Presence, 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 presence. I'm present with my breath. I'm present with my body. I'm present with the sound. I'm present with this moment. I'm present with this experience. I'm present with engaging in this activity. I'm present. I am here. Now I am present. And so establishing mindful presence is the first objective. And so we're listening to this song, we're engaging, and the goal is just to be present, because our mind is going to say, hey, what's that over there? Hey, remember this one thing? Hey, remember that? Hey, what about this? Hey, what about that? Hey, what about this? Hey, you should go do that. And you're going to realize the song's done and you didn't really hear any of the lyrics or anything. You kind of tuned it out without realizing. So your only goal in the early stages is to establish presence with this experience. That's it. That's your only job. After you've done this again and 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 again, this is a long-term investment because you are your own life partner. You are the person you're going to be spending the rest of your life with. And if you can repetitively commune with your consciousness and cultivate an actual relationship with your being, your whole life is going to improve. And not just right now, but forever. for the rest of this life journey. And so communing with our consciousness, the more repetitive we are, the more power we're reclaiming in our lives. So do this again and again. Once you've established presence, okay? Once you've established presence, once you are able to sit with this song and hear every sound within the song, hear every word, every emotion, every rhythmical melody, once you are actually present with the experience, it's going to take a while. That's what meditation's for. This is a meditative practice. And so be present with it a while and allow it to be a process. Don't get frustrated with yourself. Showing up is more than enough. You are already more than enough. So don't worry about doing it wrong or doing it not enough or anything like that. If you're showing up for it, you get an A+. That's it. Like, it's very simple. And we don't have to let our monkey minds overcomplicate it, okay? So just always come back to that, knowing that it's a practice. Showing up for it is the practice. You're not performing, you're practicing, okay? You're not performing. You're not getting it right and getting it perfect and making sure it's done just as it's supposed to be. You're just showing up and you're practicing and seeing how it evolves and being present with the experience and celebrating every step of the journey, okay? It's a practice, not a performance. So once you've established presence with this song, then the healing work can really begin. We have to establish presence so that we have the cognitive abilities to heal. In the early stages of our meditation practice, our mind is going to be running on autopilot. In order to heal, we have to take active, repetitive, which means every day, active, repetitive steps. Oh, man, I switched. Dang it. I was on it. I was on to something there. Coming back to it. I know, we can totally burn some sage. Absolutely. That's a great idea. Listening to my subconscious. So, where was I, guys? You're going to have to help me get back there. Ooh. So, that's where we were. So, establishing the mindful presence is laying the foundation. You are building the cognitive abilities. You are growing the cognitive skills, the conscious skills of consciousness, of mindfulness and dual awareness and these different things in order to actually do the healing work. So it's not that it's not important. There is healing in it. It's the foundation of the healing work. It has to be done. I know, right? I'm just taking a bath in my state, and it's burning all my troubles away. And I'm taking a bath in my state and washing all my troubles away. Taking a bath in my state and washing all my troubles away. Taking a bath in my state and washing all my troubles away. This ocean, and this is mostly like Felicity with like Davina's help and stuff. Oh yeah, I feel that mouth shifting. There's someone else here. Wow, this hand isn't mine anymore. Who's pointing? That's so funny. Okay, parts are very present. I love it. All right, okay, we got this. So once we have established presence with the song, okay, once we have established presence with the song. Yeah, that's fun. Then our deep healing work can begin. So right now we're just going to establish presence, and we will move beyond that in another video. As you experience this song, I invite you to hum or sing along. Please, please create vocal vibrations if you are able to. Please, please, please. Vocal vibrations will really, really add to the experience and really benefit you with your process of personal power reclamation. Come rest your head, little one. There's nothing to fear anymore. Come rest your head, for there is nothing to fear. These arms, the sun's gonna shine, little one. Run off the night when it does. Come rest your head, for there is nothing to fear. In these arms. Come rest your head, little one. There's nothing to fear anymore. Come rest your head, for there is nothing to fear in these arms. Come rest your head, little one. Run off the night when it dies. Come rest your head, for there is nothing to fear in these arms. I would like to just, I would like to just add a little disclaimer here and say if it's difficult to engage with my own singing, feel free to look up the original song, Come Rest Your Head by the Sweeplings. And if you do this, please listen through headphones so it goes in both ears directly. And even better if you have noise-canceling headphones so you can be fully submersed with this experience. That will allow for greater engagement with this experience. I invite you to explore different ways of experiencing this song. Indoors, outdoors, my singing the original song, from a phone over here, from headphones loud up close, different experiences. To invite different experiences with your subconscious as you make contact with parts of your being that have been hidden from you until now. And as you engage with this experience, presence is your only priority. That's it. Presence. We're not used to presence. We feel like we're supposed to be doing something or being something or someone or somewhere else. And to lay the foundation for healing, we need to quiet those thoughts and establish presence within our being and really cultivate a message of within our consciousness that it's okay to be present. It's okay to be present with our experience. It's okay to be present with our body. It's okay to be present with our brain. It's okay to be present with our hearts, our spirits, our souls. And as we establish this presence, we are laying a healing foundation. So please remember that anytime this feels tedious, because I know it can. We're engaging in a completely new task. We're introducing our brain to brand new concepts. We're starting to build skills we've never built before in our lives. Our brain is going to feel a little confused. And that's going to come out in feeling like it's tedious or like you're kind of anxious or you just don't want to do it. So anytime we can show up with encouraging messages and empowering messages based in like neurobiological facts, like, yeah, this is difficult. Yeah, this is tedious. Yeah, this feels weird. That's the process of rewiring our brains. It's not supposed to feel anything different than that. We can really help show up for ourselves and extend compassion to our beings as we fight forward in cultivating a lifestyle that supports our inner healing and personal power reclamation. So whatever you need to do to be present with this experience. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to invite whatever flow needs to happen in this process. So I might sing quietly, I might sing loudly, I might use shakers, I might not use anything, I might clap my hands, I might do different things. And that's all part of engaging the subconscious with the experience. And so if you're able to be present with me, I'm so excited to share this time with you. So excited. And if not, I totally understand. And I invite you to go look up the Sweeplings original song and just establish presence with the experience. Doing this every day for a few weeks is a really good practice or a really good idea to approach this as. Come rest your head, little one. There's nothing to fear anymore. Come rest your head, for there is nothing to fear. In these arms, the sun's gonna shine, little one. Run off the night when it does. Come rest your head, for there is nothing to fear in these arms. If you hold your throat while you sing, you can feel the vibration as you create them and as they are already created. It's doubly powerful for establishing presence with your being. Come rest your head, little one. There's nothing to fear anymore. Come rest your head, for there is nothing to fear in these arms. Come rest your head, little one. Run up the night when it dies. Come rest your head, for there is nothing to fear in these arms. Come rest your head, little one. There's nothing to fear anymore. Come rest your head, for there is nothing to fear. In these arms, come rest your head, little one. Run up the night when it dies. Come rest your head, for there is nothing to fear. In these arms. Right now I'm using a few techniques. One is called Bilateral Singing. It is an original creation of the Kristin Chronicles and me, Kristin Windsor. It goes from very dramatic high-pitched to very dramatic low-pitched, and with this rapid alternate stage of switching the manner in which the vocal vibrations are being projected, it accesses different corners of the crevices of the consciousness, the high-pitched volumes being the female energies, the feminine energies of our consciousness, and the low-pitched vibrations being the masculine energies of our consciousness. Oh, yeah, I know. Hello, fairy. Yeah, you were hiding here. Yeah, okay. And so, yeah, hello. Hi, yes, hi. Yes, I know. What's the racket about? You're all about getting my attention. Hi, yes, hello. Hi. It's good to see you too. I know. I love spending time with you like this. I know, me too. Gotta pop my hyoid back in. Okay, so the high-pitched energies, vibrations are the feminine energies of our consciousness, and the low-pitched vibrations touch on the masculine energies of our vibration. And so by rapidly alternating the two, we are literally cultivating a presence within our consciousness that just can't be found elsewhere. And so if you're humming along to this, you can hum something like this. And then when you're trying to do the lower vibrations, as I'm doing them and you're humming along, it can be somewhere like this. And it's going to take some practice because we're not used to establishing presence with our consciousness. So even creating vibrations of different tones as we hum is going to feel new. It's going to feel weird and freaky and tedious and kind of strange and maybe impossible for a moment, etc. That's all just a part of gaining access to parts of our brain we just haven't been in before, or recently, or ever before. And so if you can't sing along, I encourage you to hum. If you can't hum along, I encourage you to keep making that the goal. Vocal vibrations really, really are important for this healing exercise. And it doesn't take a lot to hum. Like, we can really kind of tune out from our humming. Like singing, we're thinking about all the different things that go into it, but because humming is just kind of, we make a vibration, we kind of stay there, and we're not like creating words or anything complex like that. We can kind of tune it out. So once you kind of break past that barrier, you can kind of get in a groove and just kind of let it be a part of your practice. But getting past that first little barrier, it's going to feel a little weird, but I promise it's going to be super, super, mega, ultra, profoundly worth it. So stick with it and keep making humming the goal. And then once you've hummed for a while, you can play with singing if you feel comfortable. And being in a place where you can kind of feel safe, sitting in my truck is my favorite. Even though I have the house to myself, my consciousness feels deeper permission to do all these different things of reaching different parts of my consciousness when we're in a private, safe, and closed environment. And so being in touch with nature, having privacy, you know, whatever it takes for you to, I know it's a really beautiful bee, even though it used to scare us so bad. Now it only scares us a little. I know it's Abby still in there. I love you. We're healing, I promise. Oh, chill, my Abby, my heart. My heart. That's Ocean. I know my arms actually go numb from this exercise because I'm engaging in my consciousness in such a deep way. It's very, very cool. And that's partly just because I'm living with a dissociative identity also. So humming first. Go from high to low. If you can't switch from high to low, that's fine. Keep humming as part of the practice. If you're not switching like I am, that's totally fine. I started where you are. I started with just quietly, awkwardly humming, sort of, in one tone. So it's all part of the journey. It's all part of the process. It's just important to be clear with where we're headed so we can share that vision with our subconscious and share why we're excited to do this healing work so that we can work together to push towards this new reality of our creation. Okay, so we're going to keep singing a little bit and keep humming along. If you've mastered humming, hum high to low. If you've mastered humming high to low, then start to sing along. If you've mastered singing along, you can start singing high to low, switching back and forth. And we'll create more videos too with more opportunities to practice this. This is more of an introductory video to this practice, a little more explanations in between things than other videos will have with this song. Okay, shall we? Come rest your head, little one. There's nothing to fear anymore. Come rest your head, for there is nothing to fear in these arms. Oops. Gross. And now we can do butterfly hugs. That was the other thing I was doing. This is not a creation of mine, but I incorporated as a coping trick with my other practices. So hug yourself, give yourself a nice big squeeze. Aw, hi there, friend. Hi there. Hello. Oh, yeah. Hey, you. Hi, you. Okay, give yourself a nice big hug. Okay, now we're going to do butterfly hugs. So it's just you have your hands resting here, as if you're hugging yourself gently, and you're going to alternate your hands and tap. And I give you permission to play with this too. You can tap very, very softly. You can tap very firmly and give it like a nice squeeze. Yes, kitty. Yes, kitty. Oh, what's wrong? She's so excited. She's so excited. So butterfly hugs, your hands here, and just tapping, and you can play with it a little to make sure you feel it. So sometimes I go really slowly, like this. And sometimes I go much quicker. It kind of just depends on the needs of my consciousness. So until you know the needs of your consciousness and you know how to respond to them, which is all part of the healing journey, is figuring those things out, you can play around with it. Practice just slow and soft at first, and then just kind of incorporate other things and just play around with it. And as you're playing around with it, be careful to mindfully notice how you're feeling. Does your anxiety increase or decrease? Does the sense of presence within your being increase or decrease? Does your sense of peace or self-love increase or decrease? Just kind of notice different things. Does your body get more tense or less tense? Do you feel more excited to engage with this or less excited to engage with this? Notice what you're experiencing as you play along, and that's how you can kind of start to learn about the needs of your consciousness. Come rest your head, little one. There's nothing to fear anymore. Come rest your head, for there is nothing to fear in these arms. Thank yourself. Congratulate yourself for showing up here today for this Healing Journey Homeschool experience as you embrace the process of personal power reclamation. Hope you have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day, my brave, beautiful warrior soul friends. In light and love. Namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. Sat Nam.